The reality of negative interest rates. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at a letter a viewer received from his bank. Now this is from Denmark, Danske Bank, and this viewer is a small business owner, and he has to maintain a float of money to run a business, as you do, paying, wages and other costs. You want to have a decent bit of cash there just in case, and to keep money flowing in, because this might be a shock. Sometimes people don't pay your bills on time, particularly if you're in the construction industry. So he sent me these letters quite frustrated because there's been a change to the threshold. I think he's saying 50 grand now roundabout is you can have that much money in the account for free. Then after that you have to pay the bank the privilege of having that money. And it's costing him about the equivalent $2 grand Australian a year. And that's money that could be used towards his business, towards employing additional staff, an intern, opportunities for someone. But instead, it's a payment he is forced to make. Makes you wonder why they're so adamant to push for a cash transaction limit and eventual cash ban here in Australia. It makes me wonder, it's just a step along the path to the central bank digital currencies where they can control it even more. So let's have a look at this. Changes to our general conditions and thresholds for the charging of negative interest. So it's happening, people. This is the reality of it. Businesses are being hit by this. As interest rates are likely to remain very low, we will change the thresholds for the charging of negative interest with effect from the 1st of January 2021. We will also change our general conditions with effect from the 1st of March 2021. You can read about the changes in this letter or on the website under the terms and conditions. So, new thresholds for the charging of negative interest rates on deposits. The thresholds determining whether we will charge negative interest rates on your deposits depend on your business relation with us. So, we will charge interest at a negative rate on total deposits in excess of DKK 250,000 if you have your NEM Konto account with Danske Bank. So let's have a look at that. Now the NEM Konto account, this is an interesting one. It's the central. My understanding is it's like a central government registry. You got to link it so they can the government can monitor it with us. And well, there you go. And what is, we'll go DKK 250 to AUD. So that's about $52,000, guys. Danish kroner. Not that much at all. Wow. We will charge interest at a negative rate on total deposits in excess of 50,000 kroner if you do not have your NEM Konto account with Danske Bank. So if you don't have your central government bank account with them or linked to it, they're going to charge you negative interest rate on 50,000 kroner, and that's 10 grand. Everyone. 10 grand. I'll refresh that. Will that update? 50,000. Yeah. A separate threshold of 50,000 applies to accounts you hold jointly with one or more other person. And we will charge negative interest on any balance exceeding that threshold. The threshold applies regardless of whether a NEM Konto account is linked to the jointly held accounts. Fantastic. Isn't that great? There you go, guys. The system's working, isn't it? They want you to spend your money. They're doing everything. This is essentially like expiring money. You've got inflation. Let's have a look. What's the Danish inflation rate? What is this? Danish inflation rate. So the inflation rate is 0.9. Okay, so you're getting charged a negative interest rate of 0.6. So you're 1.5% under the water then. Oh, fantastic. And they're predicting that 2022 will be 1.2. So you'll nearly be 2% under the water, 1.8% under the water, just sitting your money there. I mean, that's an overhead. That's a part of just running business, guys. So for amounts below the threshold, the interest rate will currently be 0%. Fantastic. And for amounts above the threshold, the interest rate will currently be 0.6% per annum. The amount of negative interest is deductible and is automatically reported to the Danish tax authorities. You'll find examples of how we calculate negative interest and a list of the accounts covered by the interest rate change at such and such. The thresholds are changed owing to earnings considerations according to yada yada yada. So, and here's some changes to their general conditions. And you can contact them. You can contact them if you want to. So, I mean, there we go. This isn't the only bank. This isn't the only bank you got a letter from. You got it from another one. Lan Spa. That one, I probably did that terrible. And let's have a look here. This is obviously in Danish, and I've run it through Google Translate here, so we'll see how this other bank is writing it, or insurance organization. We're writing to you to let you know that on the 1st of Feb 2021, we'll be changing the limit for when private customers must pay negative interest. The limit is currently 750,000 krona to 250. So what was that? It was 750. That was 150 grand. Oh, of course. I should be able to do that in my head now, shouldn't I? For customers who have their NemKont with us. There you go. Again, it's linked to that. It may immediately seem illogical to have to pay to have money in the bank. Unfortunately, it is the consequence of the fact that we in Denmark have had a very low interest rate level for several years. It means that when the banks put money in Denmark's national bank, it costs money. Since there is a prospect that the low interest rates continue for a long time yet, we charge the limit of negative interest rates, or we've changed the limit of negative interest rates. This is Google Translate. You can have up to 250,000 standing without paying negative interest in future. You can have up to 250,000 distributed in your accounts without having to pay interest. Okay, if you have your NemKonto with us. If you have money left, you must pay 0.6% in interest on everything above the 250,000. If you do not have your NemKonto with us, you can have 25,000 in your accounts without paying negative interest. So are these guys better than the other ones? So you can have 5 grand with these ones. Here you can have, what was it? Was it only 10? Was it 10? 50. Okay. Okay. Some accounts are completely exempt from negative interest rates, while others have their own interest terms. You can read more about it here, and you can contact them if you have any questions or want to know more. So, guys, here you have it. This is the reality that people in Denmark are facing right now, and this is affecting small businesses. Maybe this is another reason why people are feeling the need to move to cryptocurrencies. And we've heard Philip Lowe at the Reserve Bank was saying negative interest rates don't work. They don't work because it doesn't encourage people to spend. I mean, the gentleman who sent me this, I doubt it's going to encourage him to spend more. He's just going to be pissed off because his float that he's got sitting in the banks to keep his business going is just getting chipped away. It's just another cost that he's bearing. Or maybe it's time just to start stacking, 2 grand a year. If that's his cost, you could get a pretty decent safe built for that. Maybe wait 2 or 3 years. Get a gun too. Yeah, I don't think you want to store piles of cash. So there we have it, everyone. An example of, negative interest rates in the real world affecting people. What do you think? Can you see it happening here in Australia? I mean, we've got 0.1% cash rate, and negative interest rates may just happen. We'll have to see. I mean, remember, 3% was considered an emergency rate at one time. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using affiliate links from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy merch from HeiseSays or Teespring, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, support us using PayPal, or using our affiliate links from MeetRx, or that other one that I can't remember, SelfWealth. That's it for share trading. Thank you to everyone that has. I really appreciate it. And thank you to the viewer that sent me these letters. It's interesting to see, well, what people are actually receiving with these negative rates. There's the reality of it, guys. It's going to cost your business thousands of bucks. Another bloody cost. Isn't it great? Everywhere in the world. Maybe we need to follow Musk and just get away to Mars. What do you reckon? Take care, guys.